You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Latency issue. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ghostfire Media and the AOLL Guitar Addict TNT series live from Atlanta Motor Speedway. I will be your host tonight, Larry Patrick, alongside the very special guest who I've been kind of dragging this out on, but Mr. Andrew Burgess, the number 77 from the Cup Series, made it here tonight. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing good, Larry. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to seeing some TNT racing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a lot of fun. Normally, this is a really good league to sit back and kind of watch and see the guys that are coming up through the series.
Oh, yeah, for sure. A lot of old-timers and new-timers in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that we should say is that there are some guys that are legacy drivers, whether it be like John Gordon, Tim St. Jean, these guys, but they're just finishing up practice there and they're getting ready to go qualifying. Right there, fastest in practice was showing Blake Ziti, but John Gordon and Tim St. Jean running very strong, running second and third.
Yeah, let's see how qualifying shakes down here. Yeah,
absolutely. We got some guys actually taken to the track now. This is Carl Henderson, driver of the number 31, closed circuit racing. He'll come out for his pace lap and get ready to go green and take his first lap here. Also jumping on the track, Tim St. Jean, Josh Laston. These guys getting ready to lay down their first lap and try to put out that hot lap. You've run this track a lot, Andrew. What's the fastest way, at least in the Cup cars around here?
Well, I find the lower you can keep it right along the white line. Usually get your boost speed to burn up your tires a little faster, so maybe through the race run a little higher, but the low line is usually the quick line.
Absolutely. We see Carl Henderson again. This is a pace lap for him. He is running that high line, trying to keep that momentum there on that outside so that way he can carry the speed. We'll see if he drops here going into the turn one. See if he drops onto that low line as he comes into turn one. Looks like he's keeping it about mid. Well, excuse me, that was actually his first lap. He ran a 32.07, but Tim St. Jean comes out, lays a 32.00, but we see Josh Lassen 31.73 with John Gordon with the 31.92. Oh, John taps the wall there going through turn two, so I believe that'll end his second lap there. Tim St. Jean clicks in. Ran a 31.85. That'll bump John Gordon back one. Carl Henderson with the 31.79. And Josh Laston with the 31.81. So right now these guys, CCR running 1-2. Also out on the track we got David Wright, Sean Carmody, who is just completing 32.03. We got David Wright with the 32.04 just completed up. Tom Stevens now on the track. Hopefully the sound's a little better here tonight than apparently last night. We got Gene Walkinson now on the track. Phil Manzo as well. Unfortunately, Cody Leland is showing here practicing, but he unfortunately asked for provisional tonight.
Maybe he wasn't be able to stay for the race.
And that's really unfortunate here, especially these late stages. This is round 11. These guys are only running 2 rounds here in season 2, so that'll definitely hurt the points.
Yep, but he should get last place here. That should help him a little better than provisional points.
Phil Manzo, we still have a couple guys. Right now, your top 3 holding up with Josh Laston, Carl Henderson, and Blake Ziti. Or Blake Posse. You ever try to say that man's last name there, Andrew?
Ziti? I call him Ziti, yeah.
Blake Iuchari? Yes, I still can't say it. I'm glad he put Ziti now because that at least helped me out a little bit. Mike Wisniewski now on the track. Let's see here. I see Anthony Shrillo. He's not taken to the track yet. Will be interesting to see if we see Josh Mays, Dave DeParis, Justin Edwards, and Anthony Shrillo, if they're going to qualify or if they'll just start out in the back of the field there.
Yeah, I don't think Joshua Mays put the lap down yet either.
No, Justin Edwards did take to the track. Unfortunately, he's sitting there on the side. It says he ran almost a lap, and that was about. He may have had a small incident there, but I believe that's going to be about it for qualifying. These guys only got about 15 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see how much. We've seen a lot of aggressive racing in the last race. Do you think we're going to see that again tonight, Andrew? Especially with the championship about to wrap up here in season 2.
Hard to say. I think the first part of the race will be pretty calm. It's a big track, lots of room, so guys should be able to get pretty racy without getting too tight to each other.
And not a restrictor plate race. Now, I don't know how these really run as far as the street stocks go. Am I correct? These are street stocks? These aren't the ARCA cars. I never remember this.
Yeah, these are the ARCA cars.
Oh, thank you. See, I'm glad somebody's here to score me away. I've been completely lost by myself. All right, here we go.
That's what I'm here for.
The guys are starting to grid up now. We see guys popping in. Justin Edwards, he did grid up, so we do see Justin Edwards out there. Gene Walkinson pops in. Let's see, who else do we get to come in? Majority of your field's filling out here. Well, let's see if anybody else actually pops in. Well, while we have a second, let's go ahead and grid them up here. So your top qualifier, Josh Laston, in second, Carl Henderson, and in third, Blake Ziti, fourth, Nick Adams, fifth, Tim St. Jean, in sixth, John Gordon, seventh, Sean Carmody, in eighth, David Wright, in ninth, Chris Oliver, and in 10th, Tom Stevens. Andrew, can you read that? I should have asked that.
Yeah, sure. 11th, Manzo. 12th place, we got Mike Wazinski. 13th, Gene Walkinson. 14th, Cody Leland. 15th, Anthony Shrillo. And is Ed racing tonight?
No, Ed is an admin. These guys go out there, they kind of run some practice laps. Currently, Justin Edwards is the last person to grid up. We have obviously no Ed Springer. Cody Leland, he did ask for a provisional, so he's not going to grid up. Anthony Shrillo, and it looks like Josh Mays. Neither of those guys are going to grid up. I don't see them in Discord either, so I don't believe we will see them here tonight.
Okay, they must have just popped in for last place points then.
Yeah, so it looks like we are going to be about 15 cars here tonight with 75 laps around Atlanta Motor Speedway. Should be a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, the TNT Guitar Addict Series is just an absolute blast to watch. These guys really put it on a solid show.
Yeah, a lot of good racing in this series.
I got to know, as a Cup driver, a veteran Cup driver at that, who's most impressed you this season from the TNT series?
I haven't seen all the races, but I must say I've seen a lot of progression in Sean Carmody, Blake Seedy, really impressive, and Tim, the old veteran, he always seems to get her done too.
Yeah, Tim's one of those guys in every series. It seems like he finds his way there at every race. It's pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, he's a really patient guy and super consistent, and he's always there at the end usually.
Pace car driving these guys around. Pace car should duck off, and we're about to go green flag racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Josh Laston will lead them to the green flag as they head towards turn 1. The number 50 of Blake Zeedy, he's on the inside of Carl Henderson as he looks toward that inside
we
already.
got a wreck early. One car down into the infield here on the start.
No caution yet. And you're right, that was the 43 of David Wright. He gets loose. Solo car gets onto that inside. He's going to come to a stop there at the bottom. Assuming he gets moving, yeah, it should be no caution.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he must have spun his tires on the start there.
Absolutely. Right now, Carl Henderson, he was able to clear the number 50 of Blake Zeedy, and that's going to put him solidly in second, but he's already looking to challenge the number 1. But they're wrecking again. That's the 40 and the 19. Caution is out.
Yeah, it looked like they were both going for the same real estate there.
If my iRacing wants to act properly. And yeah, it looks like John Gordon might have got a little bit loose there, came up, collected Sean Carmody, and I won't make you guys watch that. Somebody's going to have a stroke watching these cars blink like that. All right.
Yeah, it looked like John might get a little loose and overcorrect it and come up into Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. Still see a little blinking. Let's hope this resolves throughout this broadcast. For anybody that hasn't caught it, my desktop took a crap on me. I actually got to send it back to the manufacturer. I believe it is the motherboard that is done in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gonna be able to race on the laptop?
I don't know. The stream last night went fairly decent. Outside the fact that I literally set up OBS and everything else at the very last second. It seemed to run pretty solid as far as streaming, which we run a lot of programs for the stream. As far as racing, I was going to jump into practice tonight and try to see how it works, how well it works, and then engage from there. I mean, obviously, this is sending a desktop all the way to California from North Carolina. It's definitely going to be a wait.
Yeah, it'll likely be a couple of weeks getting that back. So hopefully you can race, or otherwise they're going to designate you to full-time broadcaster.
I feel like I'm already there, tell you honest truth, Andrew. I feel like I'm almost getting there. We've got so much going on with the actual media that I've kind of taken a back seat to racing. Hoping to get back into it a little bit more here soon.
Right on. Well, you do a great job, Larry. So paying off.
Hey, I appreciate that, Andrew. I learned from the best, and Randy Pepper out there, who unfortunately could not make it out here tonight due to him having a gig. But it was exciting because we were able to get Andrew Burgess. Andrew, I mean, obviously I had to invite you in, man. The last time I think I was solo, you had caught it, and you were like right away trying to jump in. I didn't see the messages, unfortunately, to the end of the race. But it's awesome that you were able to jump in here and do a little broadcasting with us tonight.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the invite. Feel bad I couldn't give you a concrete answer earlier, but the way my work is these days, it's really hard to commit.
Yeah, absolutely. And seeing the carnage that you unfortunately had to deal with earlier, we were definitely glad that you were able to make it here tonight.
Yeah, I kept the meatball flag at work.
are under caution right now. Your leader, Josh Laston, in second. Carl Henderson, Blake Zede in third, with Tim St. Jean in fourth, and Nick Adams now moving up to fifth. These guys having a solid race, and just an unfortunate incident there for John Gordon, who was really, really strong early.
Yeah, for sure. Those cold tires probably get a little loose there, overcorrect it, and drifted up into his teammate there. Cold tires probably get a little loose there, overcorrect it.
Well, the good news is, sorry, I just had to turn the stream on my phone so I could take a look. It looks like it's running decently smooth, so hopefully any little issues we were having earlier are gone and we won't see those again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got it on my phone as well here. It looks like it's running nice and smooth.
Oh, perfect. For anybody that is just joining us, I'm Larry Patrick alongside special guest Andrew Burgess. We are in round 11 of 12 here in season 2 of the TNT Guitar Addict series. These guys, I believe, Andrew, they'll take about a week off after the season wraps up. And then they're going to be going into season 3, which was announced, and that is a 20-week long season.
Yeah, and I believe they're going to have some drop races and different cars, I believe.
I will definitely verify that, but I do believe you are correct there. Definitely the drop races, that is... Oh, and Blake said negative. They're not taking a week off. They're going to roll right into the next season. So we're going to go straight into season 3. And, I know they're doing drop races, which is new for the AOLL series as a whole. They are going to be running the ARCA cars, as Blake is confirming in the comments. The drop races will be interesting to see how that pans out.
Yep. No more provisionals, so if you miss a race, no points, but you can use that for a drop race.
Yeah, and Blake said 20-week, 5-week drop week, so should be... and apparently there's a little more nuggets that we'll find out about next week. Pace car is off, though. Josh Laston, he's back on the throttle hard. He's going to lead them to the green flag as he comes across the stripe. They're going to head into turn 1. He's able to clear his teammate, Carl Henderson, who jumps behind him. He is a little bit lower there going through turn 1, coming out of turn 2, as these guys look like they're getting there to the single file. But Nick Adams was able to make a move there on Tim St. Jean for 4th.
Yep. Oh, it looks like we're going to go back to side-by-side racing here.
Yeah, to Nick Adams there. He's looking on the outside of the 50. That's Blake Zede and or Blake Pasta. Nick Adams is looking to the outside there of Blake Zede. He's going to try to make a move here. As Tim St. Jean, he ain't done with these guys either, as he is searching around, seeing where he wants to go and how this little fight here might pan out, and just hearing from as they run side by side coming into turn 3.
Yeah, I think Tim's sitting back there and he's got to follow whoever goes through.
And not a bad strategy there, right? I mean, even if you are faster, right now, kind of conserve your tires and let these guys battle out. Generally, when you're side by side, it does slow both of you down.
Yeah, definitely. And, they're wearing out their tires and Tim's saving his.
And Nick Adams is able to clear Blake Zede there. That'll put him into 3rd. We see Carl Henderson. He's running really high there on the wall. And there goes Tim St. Jean, kind of like we were talking about. He comes quick, fast, and in a hurry. He's looking on the inside of the number 50 of Blake Zede. He's going to try to take over that 4th spot.
Yeah, it looks like Blake had a good run off the high side on that straightaway there. And Tim now looking back on the inside.
I don't know what's going on with the number 50 right now, but he's got his hands full with the number 6. And then here coming into the picture, the 14, that's Christopher Oliver. He's now on the outside of the number 6. So Chris Oliver, he's looking to make a move up. They're trying to go 1, 2, 3, 4 CCR front 4.
Yeah, he's getting it done on the outside there.
He gets cleared of the number 6. Blake Zede now, he's making a strong run here at the number 30 of Nick Adams. Right now, Josh Laston, your leader, he has opened up a nice little gap, about a second over Carl Henderson. As we are 11 complete here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And there you go, you see the 30, he moves way down there, actually goes below that white line. That's going to scrub off a lot of speed. That's going to let the 50 catch him.
Yeah, it looked like he got loose there and moved down the track.
And he was able to catch him. He's going to go right around him. That's going to put Blake Ziti now into third, but right away, the old switcheroo. Nick Adams dives to the inside. He's going to look to the inside as they come into turn 3. Can Nick make this pass stick? As he does get to that low line, running very strong. As the 50 gets a nice run there on that outside. It looks like that outside's really strong for these runs.
Yeah, I think Blake's really licking that high side there. He gets a nice run off the corners.
As right now, it's about a half a second gap between Josh Last and Carl Henderson. But the battle right there, you have third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all battling it out. As Tim St. Jean, he's looking at the inside now. Chris Oliver, he will get to that inside line as they come through turn 4. And he will clear Chris Oliver coming out of turn 4 as they head down the front stretch. But a good, strong run by Chris Oliver is going to let him stay right there just on that rear quarter panel.
Yeah, and just clears him going into turn 1.
And there you go, Chris. He's making a quick move. Looks like he has a little bit of front end damage there. I'd like to know if that's true or not, and where you may have got that from. As right now you see Blake Ziti, he's gotten around Nick Adams. He has opened up a small gap there as Nick has a decent gap heading back to Tim St. Jean and then Chris Oliver. But I'll say one thing, you can't count Tim St. Jean. He is very solid when he on these long runs.
Yeah, Tim's the strongest late in the run. He saves the stuff, and usually there at the end. Looks like Carl's catching Josh the lead here too.
You'd be correct. Right now, he's shrunk that gap just a little bit. As the gap's still about a half a second, but yeah, Carl Henderson, he's looking very strong. Right now, on that last lap, though, he did drop a little bit of a time, a 32.57 for Josh Lassen, a 32.70 for Carl Henderson, and then a 31.98 for Blake Ziti, a 31.92 for Nick Adams, and all these guys right there in about those high 31s.
Oh, Nick Adams almost lost it. He got a little low again there on the apron and got loose. He was able to save it, and Tim St. Jean comes on by.
And right now, nice solid green flag run. We're 17 to 75 in. You see Chris Oliver, he's starting to slow down just a little bit. That's going to allow Philip Manzo. He's starting to catch him. And if you look right there, one of the fast guys in practice, John Gordon, starting to make a run. He's looking to try to catch these guys.
Yeah, it looks like John's had a nice recovery from the earlier incident.
Absolutely. He's running his best lap at 31.89. He's running about a 32.97 as where a lot of these guys were running 32.93s, 33s. So he's got a shot here as they come through turn 2. He's definitely keeping up with this pack and faster than a little bit faster than some, as he's definitely trying to move up into that top 5.
Yep. It looks like Nick Adams got back around Tim, and Tim's trying to battle him back on the inside.
These guys battling it out here as Blake Ziti just in front of them. I'm sure he would be absolutely happy, but they look like they're catching Carl Henderson just in front of them. He looks like he definitely fell off the pace compared to Josh Laston, with Josh Laston running a 33 even that last lap, as opposed to Carl Henderson's 33.39. That's way too many threes for me to say.
Yeah, Blake is right on his bumper there now. Carl was within half a second of Josh, but he's fallen back to 1.7 seconds behind him now. Oh, it's caught wide almost. Well, it looks like cooler heads prevailed, and they all gave each other a little room.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys running strong. You know, I'm going to go ahead and point out here. I'm going to say this whole laptop thing is stressing me out. I have now figured out why I had a little bit of a hiccup with it seemed like everything died. My power cable came unplugged.
Oh, she was down on battery juice.
So I was running on battery. I need my desktop.
Power saving mode probably, and
not running at optimal performance. Definitely got to have that. Well, looky there, the number 30, he has caught Carl Henderson. He's made the move around him, and just coming up behind him, Tim St. Jean, and the number 6 Guitar Addict is right behind the 31. Will he be able to make the pass here and then start battling the 30? Looks like he got way loose right there.
Oh, 3 wide. Tim squeezes, threads the needle, and squeezes through.
And they did. They went 3 wide. That did not help. The number 30 getting loose there coming out of turn 2. That allowed them guys to go 3 wide as Tim St. Jean was trying to make the move on the 31 of Carl Henderson. And it makes you wonder, did Carl waste some tires, a lot of his tires there, trying to catch Josh Laston, who right now is looking like the class of the field, running almost a half a second faster than your second place car of Tim St. Jean.
Yeah, it looks like Carl might have burnt his stuff up there early and fallen back through the pack now.
It's Carl now looking to the inside of the number 30. That is his teammate Nick Adams as they come out of turn 4 as they head across the stripe, but he ain't going to get that run. Nick is going to be able to clear him, and Carl got loose there heading into turn 1. That's going to allow Blake Ziti on the outside, and Blake Ziti's going to work around him, and Carl now dropping back to 5th. But we come up front here, your leader right now, the 18 of Josh Laston. He's all alone, got a 3-second gap here on second place. And that second place driver, Tim St. Jean, having a very strong run. And as we said earlier, probably conserving his tires. He's generally one of those guys that he's excellent on the long run. You're not going to see him too strong too early, but he's always there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And where Josh has that big lead, he's got all that clean air, conserve his tires, so it'll be interesting to see Tim's able to close the gap by saving his stuff, or Josh is able to save his stuff.
And we're seeing the biggest fight right now on the track. The number 50, Blake Ziti, able to work his way around Nick Adams. That will move Blake Ziti into 3rd. And now Carl Henderson, it looks like he may have gained his composure here as he's trying to make a run here on his teammate. But Nick Adams, again, a cross move there. He's going to come after Blake Ziti, and they touch. Let's take a quick look at that. It did not go far back enough. Sad. Oh, we won't waste that time, shall we? These guys are still side by side as they come across the stripe. Hard fought battle here, but doing so again, that's allowed the number 31, Carl Henderson, to make a charge here. He's able to keep up with these guys. And just behind them, Philip Manzo, the number 8, making a strong run. He's putting himself up here, trying to fight for a spot.
Yeah, 31 of Carl there kept looking like he was peeking and thinking about making it 3 wide, and he thought better of it. And now he's inside Nick.
Well, it makes you wonder, at what point, if you're Carl Henderson, I mean, he was the second place driver now running 5th. Do you stop the bleeding, right? So is he faster than these guys in front of him? But he was being respectful, not taking it 3 wide as the number 50 touches the wall. He comes off the wall, comes down towards Nick Adams, but he's going to lose a spot to Nick Adams, and looks like he's going to lose a spot to Carl Henderson. But if Carl keeps being the gentleman and not making it 3 wide and running behind these guys, it could allow Philip Manzo to catch him. He could lose a spot himself.
Yep, I think where it's early in the race, so you have the time to be patient. Later in the race, hammer down and get what you get.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree with that. As the number 31 able to clear the number 50 here as they come into turn 1. Blake Ziti, he's going to keep on that outside. He's, again, trying to get some strong runs. Taps the wall again, though. That wall is not his friend here tonight, as that's going to allow Philip Manzo to get on the inside, and Philip Manzo now move up to 5th spot. Philip Manzo has gained 6 spots here tonight to move up to that 5th spot.
Yeah, nice run by Philip Manzo. Looks like he's taking care of his stuff and slowly working his way up.
And speaking of just nice runs, Josh Laston right now, once again, he is 4 seconds ahead of Tim St. Jean, who is having a strong run in here in second. But Philip Manzo, he gets loose coming out of turn 2. That's going to allow Blake Ziti to get back around him as he'll regain his composure and try to make a run once again at these guys.
This setup must be a little loose all the way through the corners because I've seen him get loose different places through the turns. And it looks like Nick Adams on pit road.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, sorry, I was reading the comments. Hey, Tim, Ed actually doesn't run this series. He admins for it. I believe he still may be in there running some admin duties. But, yeah, he solely moved to admin now. As we take a look, Carl Henderson, Nick Adams in the pits, grabbing, looks like fuel, 4 tires, and we'll shoot back up out here.
I was just looking back through the field. Looks like the 43 and 40 cars are both pitted early and 2 laps down. Not sure if any of them had any problems.
Well, and again, here comes the 11 now pitting. You start thinking strategy, right? So he was dropping back a little bit. Did he already burn up his stuff? He's got a teammate winning. And as we see a lapper there, the 11. You've got your teammates right now. Pit road speed was 50. Nick probably got a speeding penalty with a stop and go for excessive speeding. He was going 70 at the cone, so it's not the first time.
A good run for him.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I hate to say it, it's not the first time that we've seen some CCR explosions when it comes to pitting, especially under green. Much as I hate to say it, hopefully his teammates don't have similar issues. But right now, Josh Laston again. If you're these guys, we talk about the undercut all the time, right? Would a guy like Tim St. Jean or Blake Ziti or even Carl Henderson, would they benefit from trying to do an undercut on the 18?
Perhaps Blake or Carl. Tim's more of a long run guy. He'd like to probably stretch this and do it on one stop and see if he can outlast him in tires.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure of the pit runs, or excuse me, the fuel runs. I know Blake jumps into practice. Blake listens to the broadcast while he admin duties. Blake, if you're hearing this, what is a fuel run? If you know, or ask your teammates because you are in Endeavor Racing chat. They may know. But right now here comes Josh Laston, lap 35. So these guys would have had to have at least made it to. Some of us don't do math in public, so I don't think I'm going to do math in public. I don't know, 37, 38?
37,
okay.
38, but we also had that one yellow for some caution laps, so add a couple more onto that, I'd say. Absolutely.
Well, Blake just said it's about 58 around 58 laps. So these guys should make it on one pit stop as they come in. So the undercut is a thing, right? You get in, get the fresh tires, and then get back out there. And you make up that time that you've lost by being on fresher tires. Now, it could hurt you for, say, for instance, a person like Josh Laston, if, say, a yellow was to come out right now. Where right now, Josh is a lap down.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing, too, is if you undercut, that just means your tires are worn out earlier towards the end of the race, too, when you might want the extra rubber to make a run on someone.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And right now, Josh Laston is showing 1 lap down. But here comes Tim St. Jean, your current leader. He will come in for a pit stop. Just behind him, that is Blake Ziti pitting. So now that'll make your new leader, the 31 of Carl Henderson.
Yep, Carl will pick up his 1 bonus point for leading a lap here.
And that's going to be crucial because for anybody out there that does not catch everything from the TNT series, these guys are running 3 seasons to accumulate to essentially 1 championship. So you're going to get a season 1 champion, season 2 champion.
Manzo looked like he was Oh, sorry, Laurie. It
No,
looked
go
like
right
Phil
ahead.
Manzo was looking underneath Carl there to possibly take the lead on him.
And he is right now. He's got that lead by a nose. And Carl will lead that lap, but these guys running side by side here. Oh, but Carl bangs off the wall.
And they almost stacked up with the 30.
They did. He come off that wall, come down on Sean Carmody, and Sean Carmody had to jump down. As now you see the 31. He's jumping that low. He is making sure he makes it into the pits this lap.
Yeah, I'm sure he has some damage after that, so he'll definitely want to get in there and get a fast repair and four Goodyear tires.
Definitely, which will make your new leader, Philip Manzo. But as we were stating, so 3 seasons, you'll have a Season 1 champion, which was already crowned. I want to say it was Josh Lassen. Could be wrong. I can Google that, though. I can look this up. Sorry. And then you had the Season 2 champion that we will crown next week in this series. And then we'll have a Season 3 champion. But then you'll have an overall TNT champion. So 3 seasons, you'll have a total of 3 champions of each season. As Philip Manzo now, he misses the pits there.
Oh, that's going to cost him a lot there.
Yeah, absolutely. Not able to get down. And he was on the brakes hard, trying to get down, and he was not able to make it. He's still showing as your leader, but like you just said, that's a lot of time lost.
That'll probably cost him a good 10 to 15 seconds by the time he gets back up to speed, gets in, gets his pit stop done, and gets back out.
Completely agreed. And right now, as everything's revolving around, Josh Laston is showing in third as Tom Stevens comes into the pits, and now Tim St. Jean is showing in fourth. So we're cycling around, coming through these pit stops. Everything will start relaxing as Phil Manzo now comes into the pits. Justin Edwards has remained on the track. He has some slight front left damage. We do expect him to come in at some point to pit stop here. But it should cycle around to Josh Laston, which right now is making up the time on the number 69, Justin Edwards, here on the track, as he is right now about 8 seconds back.
Yeah, I think if you're not holding out to lead a lap, at this point you're probably shooting yourself in the foot staying out any longer.
Completely agree. Blake says the issue for everyone who stayed out longer than Josh is the tire difference between fresh and new. Is almost a second or more every lap they stayed out. Lost a ton of time on Josh. And that's agreed. That's that undercut that we talked about, right? So if the leader doesn't come in, you come in before the leader. You start gaining that second and a half to maybe even sometimes 2 seconds on the leader every lap until that leader comes in. But as you stated, Andrew, at the end of the race, it will flip.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want the fresher rubber early, or you want it towards the tail end? I usually like to try and split it right in half, but then again, it depends on what all the field does.
Yeah, and when I grew up doing cross country racing and stuff on 4-wheelers, and that you had your guys, because it was a 2-hour race. You had your guys that were the sprinters, and you had your guys that were the distance runners, right? So your sprinters went out and they ran all out as fast as they could possibly go. They wanted to lead and they wanted to get out further than everybody. What that causes fatigue, right? So then that would allow these guys that conserved a little bit to catch them because they were a little faster at the end. So at the end of the day, is one style better than the others? Because, cars are the same way. If you go out sprint, you wear down your equipment, but if you kind of conserve, you're a little stronger at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when I'm getting a long green flag run like we got here. And, if we get a yellow, it's all out the window now. Yeah,
and we, right now, as we said, Josh Laston, he is on rails right now. The 69 now comes in. He at one point was 8 seconds back. He caught him and was within a second as the 69 came down into the pits. And that is going to cycle these pit stops. And to that point of what Blake was saying, when Josh came in, he was about 4 seconds ahead of Tim St. Jean. Right now, the gap back is 7 seconds.
Yeah. And then another 11 seconds back to Blake Zeedy. So different strategies, different tire wear. See what happens here in a few laps.
Yeah, and then right now we've got the fight on for that is fourth spot. John Gordon, Chris Oliver. Chris Oliver was able to get around John Gordon here, and he's going to set his sights. He will try to make a run at Blake Ziti, who isn't too far here in front of these guys. Right now, the gap back to Chris Oliver about 2 seconds.
Yeah, looks like a few guys here really probably praying for a yellow so you can get a lucky dog or a roll around.
Absolutely. Right now, as to your point, the currently we have 8 cars on the lead lap. Tom Stevens is your last car on the lead lap. Then after that, Sean Carmody, Nick Adams, Gene Watkinson, Dave Wright, Phil Manzo, and Mike Wisniewski, all at least 1 lap down, if not multiple laps down. As we see David DeParis, he's in the pits. I believe he may have retired for the night. Let's see how many laps he's down.
He's 23 laps down. I think he retired.
Well, and I take that back. It looks like as everything cycles around, Tom Stevens and Justin Edwards are both now a lap down. And Blake just threw out there, he said Pasta Man slid through his pitch, so that obviously will cost him time as he had to reverse back. So that equates to this 11-second gap now on Tim St. Jean, which just so we're tracking, we are at lap 50 now of 75, 25 laps to go, and apparently 26 laps to go. I should learn how to read. And Tim St. Jean has closed within about a half a second. The gap now 6.5 seconds back.
Yep, Tim get this couple laps, fresher tires, so maybe it's going to pay off for him here.
And he's and according to the last lap speed. Now, obviously, we didn't see if any traffic has been in an indicator or anything like that, and we'll see it on this one. But the speed difference wasn't much, but he's definitely gaining on him from what we've seen. As Sean Carmody is the last car right now, 1 lap down. Nick Adams 2 laps down. As you stated earlier, that speeding on pit road really hurt his strong run here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and. Not sure with Philip Manzo. We've seen him miss pit road on entry there. He'll have to go around. He's showing 4 laps down. I'm not sure if he had other problems or not.
Yeah, and that could equate to multiple things. But right now, we're taking a look at Chris Oliver. Chris Oliver's got his handful of the number 19 posted ARCA Chevy as John Gordon all over him. John Gordon, again, making a strong run here after a very, very rough start.
Yeah, it's a great rebound by John. He's run a really good race since that early incident.
As it looks like Blake Ziti right now, he's opened up about a 2.5 second gap on these two guys as they are still trying to hunt them down. Behind them, Carl Henderson, he at one point was running very strong in second, but seems to be off the pace a little bit here as he continues to try to search for that speed that he had early and run down John Gordon and Chris Oliver.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Carl was able to get his damage fixed, or maybe he had fast repair unchecked and still dealing with some damage out there.
Yeah, and sometimes guys do that, right? So I know, for instance, because I am on VR, the first thing I'll do is check my fast repair because I don't really want to mess with that, especially under a green flag stop. It's a lot easier to recheck your fast repair if there's been a wreck and you've been involved and you're under caution, right? Especially in VR. So that's a complete possibility. Maybe he had that unchecked to start with and was unable to check that as he went in, and maybe he is still dealing with some damage.
Yeah, I usually end up with the opposite problem. I always leave mine checked and I'll just scrape the wall or something. Go in for it. Realize I wasted a fast repair over nothing.
Yeah, that's why I tend to uncheck it to hopefully not have that issue.
Yeah. And then you get the other edge of the sword too. You go in and you left it unchecked, and then you get 10 minutes of mandatory repairs. Yeah,
and that's huge, right? I mean, that's why I kind of ride on that hope that we'll never have, or excuse me, that there's always going to be a caution if I wreck. Hope and pray. I mean, well.
Well, if you wreck the right way, there will be.
But iRacing's funny, right? So sometimes we see caution, sometimes we don't. It all depends on if that is a hindrance on the track or debris on the track, right?
Yeah, exactly. Typically, if you're below that white line, it doesn't throw yellow, but then again, it depends on which track we're at.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's definite. As the 14 looks like he scrubs the wall, trying to regain his composure. He's going to be below the white line. That's going to allow John Gordon almost comes back up on the track into his teammate Carl Henderson.
Oh, I thought he was going to run into Carl there. That was a really close call.
I just want to say that if he would have done that, I wouldn't have let these guys live it down in the race chat or the team chat. Oh, the 11, he's coming up there on John Gordon. That's going to put John way high towards that wall. Luckily, it doesn't look like John lost too much speed, but Carl's definitely catching him at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure who put it first, or I think John put it before Carl, so Carl should have a little fresher tires here, too.
Well, we can check that if I can remember where all that information is. I don't set this thing up. The other guys do, Carl and them, so they're really good about where everything's at on this interface. Me, not so much.
Well, Larry, you could just blame it on the laptop.
I'm going to blame everything on the laptop. Here we go.
If that doesn't work, you can always blame it on Randy as well.
Yeah, Randy, your fault, man. Hey, so there you go. We are actually taking a look at the pit stops right now. As John Gordon now, he just looked like he may have got a little bit loose. It's going to allow Carl Henderson to get on that outside as they run side by side going into turn 3. But to your point, John Gordon, he has, it looks like, he pitted about 3 laps before Carl Henderson.
Yep, and Carl just made the pass on the outside there. Really strong run off the top side of the corner.
Carl makes that pass, makes the stick, opens up about a half a second gap on John Gordon. That's going to, oh, he gets loose, heads down towards that inside wall. That's going to cost him a lot of time. John Gordon is going to get back around Carl Henderson, but Carl down again now in the grass.
Oh, he must have some wheel damage or something. He was really off the line.
He is, and he's into the inside wall.
Yeah, something definitely wrong with the car there. Some wheel damage or suspension damage. Really hard to control, and he's rolling down pit road now.
Oh! Blake Gordon just said Carl's VR headset died.
Oh, that's worse than suspension damage.
That is tragic. I want to point out, I had that happen to me in the last Cup race that I ran.
Yeah, a couple of people have been having problems lately. Ed Springer, I know, and Gary Winters, I believe, last night was mentioning some issues with it.
Hanner, I don't know if you caught that. Blake said that Carl's VR headset died on him. Tim said, I'm guessing the wheel fell off the desk. That's amazing. That's amazing. Anybody that doesn't know that story, one of the drivers' wheels came off the desk, and that was probably one of the funniest things ever in a race.
I've had that happen before. Many years ago, in my early days of sim racing, probably about 20 years ago, just a desk clamp, old TSW wheel, and yep, she come right off.
Well, right now that's going to really hurt Carl. Blake Gordon, he's got jokes out there. Said lost 100 or 115 IR because of it. Great jokes. That's funny. As we go back, your leader right now, Josh Lassen, he's opened that gap back up. The gap is 8.25 seconds over Tim St. Jean, who is running in second, very strong in second in that Guitar Attic ARCA. And then Blake Ziti had a solid third.
Oh, 18 was just down on the apron there.
I wonder if he got a little bit loose there.
He might have a little right front damage.
He's down on the apron again.
Oh, and he has a pit for repairs meatball flag.
Oh, no.
I believe Gene Watkins didn't get into him.
Oh, he is into the cone and everything.
Oh, yeah, a fair bit of damage on the right front here. And hopefully he didn't get a pit entry violation as well.
I'm thinking he did. We're going to do something Cardinal sin here. I don't like rewinding like this, but because I'm not seeing anything on my incident reports, I'm going to just back it up this way so we can see what happened here. As you see the 18. Oh, he went to go around Gene. Let's go chopper view. As Gene goes down, 18 goes to go high, and he slams the wall.
Yeah, I think what happened there was the Gene was up high, and as Josh was coming up on him, Gene moved low, and Josh went to avoid him, moved up high, and slammed the wall.
That's going to hurt. And that's not only going to hurt Josh as far as the race, that's going to hurt him in points. As he is your second place driver, that is crucial in this season because the leader, being Sean Carmody, was in 7th. So he was about to make up a ton of points. That is a huge incident right there.
Yeah, really tough break for Josh there.
Wow, we're just under 10 laps to go. That'll make Tim St. Jean, the old wily veteran, your current leader with an 8-second gap back to Blake Ziti. And then just behind them, Chris Oliver, about 17 seconds back from the lead.
Yeah, Tim being my teammate and all, I don't want to jinx him, but I think he's sitting there singing Merry Christmas to me.
Oh, I want to point out that minus 115, that was actually a real comment by Blake. That's hilarious. I appreciate you sending me that picture, Blake. Sorry, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at a picture. That's hilarious. I feel really bad for Carl right now, but it's funny. And so right now, Tim St. Jean, your current leader, as he's got an 8-second gap here on second of Blake Ziti. And then just behind him, and one of the stronger ones this season, Chris Oliver in the number 14. And then John Gordon not too far behind him. He's only about a half a second back in 4th. Justin Edwards, a strong run here tonight, up 11 spots. Your mover of the race is currently running 5th.
Yeah, nice hard charge by Justin there. John top. Number 4, Chris in 3rd, Blake in 2nd, Tim, the lucky dog of all lucky dogs, riding in 1st.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was one of them things. As you see, Josh, he's back on the track. He is going to drive hard. This, for him, at this point, is all points. But as you see, he is multiple laps down as opposed, or compared to Sean Carmody, who he ultimately needs to finish in front of right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking Josh must also get the unsafe pit entry there. 3 laps down. So he must have been held for 40 seconds or so.
Well, there you go. He unlapped himself one time. As much as I want to say he needs to hope for a caution, Sean Carmody right now, I believe, according to timing and scoring, is showing 1 lap down. Tom Stevens may be ahead of him. But
yeah, I'm showing Tom Stevens in 6th place. He'd be the lucky dog.
The lucky dog. So even if that's the case, it's still going to have Carmody 1 lap down, Josh Laston 2 laps down. It's not really going to help him as we got 4 laps to go here at I'm going to say at Hot Atlanta, because this has been a fun race here tonight.
Absolutely, really great race by these guys tonight. Really clean race. Couple little incidents, but only 1 yellow. It's very impressive.
Yeah, and just definitely some unfortunate incidents happened here tonight. I'm sure there's some people that are not going to be very happy about that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, racing's racing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some really tight racing, a couple 3 wides, a few cars getting loose, but everyone's done a good job staying off each other.
Oh, absolutely. And right now, this has been green since the first caution. And these cars are so spread out on the track that you don't have to worry too much.
No, with 3 to go, there's a lot of gaps between the cars. Unless someone makes a really big mistake, we'll probably run green to the end here.
Absolutely. 2 laps to go. And even if there was a caution right now, they only get 1 green-white checker. So we would only get 1 attempt at this. But right now, your leader, Tim St. Jean, coming out of turn 4, will lead him to the white flag. And once he hits this white flag, that's race, even if a caution comes out. And there it is, final lap.
Yeah, smooth sailing for Tim here. All he's got to do is make it through 3 and 4, and he's home free to the win.
Absolutely. Tim St. Jean coming out of turn 4 now. He'll head down the front stretch. Your winner in the TNT series, Tim St. Jean, takes the checkered flag. Blake Ziti now comes across stripe. He'll take second. Chris Oliver, he's got about a 2.5 second gap. He will take third. And John Gordon making up a ton of spots after an early incident, grabbing fourth. And Justin Edwards in the strongest race he's had this season, finishing fifth.
Yeah, nice 11 spot gain by Justin Edwards.
As Tim St. Jean, I'm sure he's got to be ecstatic right now. And we're going to get a burnout. There it goes. I want to see if he draws us a picture tonight.
I think he's using an Etch-a-Sketch.
Well, he told me about this Canadian coffee. I want to see him draw the Canadian coffee.
Oh, the old Tim Hortons coffee.
You know, we have a Tim Hortons in Ohio, and I love some coffee from Tim Hortons.
Right on. Yeah, there's not many in the States, or few in the northern New England states, but I haven't seen any outside of that.
Yeah, I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and we have a couple out that way. And especially my wife, when we visit from North Carolina, she absolutely loves it. She had to go there. So
yeah, right on. I suppose Ohio, you're just across the lake from Ontario, so.
Yeah, below the terrible state just ahead of us. I don't like that state. We don't talk about them. Hey, so Tim St. Jean, your winner. Let's go ahead and let's pull in Tim St. Hey, I want to point out, we have another Canadian and Andrew Burgess in the booth tonight, and Tim St. Jean takes the win. I'm just saying, fate, right? Fate.
Well, I also got to point out Larry. He's using my wheel.
And see, there it is. There it is. Hey, Tim, it's Larry and Andrew in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, you have got to be ecstatic, buddy. You have got to be ecstatic. What a run. We kept talking. You definitely are strong on those long runs, man. How's it feel to get the win tonight?
Feels pretty good, but I think Josh got into a little bit of trouble there. There was no way I was going to catch him. I'm sorry to hear that, but a win's a win, I guess you can call it.
So, Tim, I have to ask you, after Josh had his trouble there, what song were you singing to yourself?
Not really. I was focusing on racing.
I was thinking you might have been singing "Merry Christmas" to me.
No, my car was a handful at the end. It was really, really, really tight.
Man, it was a strong run. I got to know, are you going to celebrate tonight with some Canadian coffees?
I got one sitting right in front of me.
My man. What a friggin' race tonight. And I'm intrigued to see what this does for the points for everybody there. As you stated, just a slight incident with Josh Laston, and that did cost him, as I'm going to try to pull up the most recent points. But just a strong race for you tonight. I got to know, man, how you feeling going into the final race of this season, season 2?
I feel great. I think I got a good chance. I'm getting more comfortable behind the wheel. Just got to try and find more speed, get the right lines. I want to give a shout out to Guitar Addict for sponsoring my car tonight, and Adam Wood for picking me to win.
Adam the did Adam pick you to win? I don't think Adam was. Adam.
No, it wasn't Adam.
Adam
no,
wasn't
sorry.
there. Was it Tim or Randy?
I'm not sure now. God, I got to go back and watch the broadcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, Adam's in my neck of the woods. Actually, I'm going to have lunch with Adam tomorrow. Yeah. What a friggin' wild ride. And just real quick before you go, I wanted to just verify. How do you feel about 100 laps at USA International to finish off the season?
It's going to be awesome. If we can all just keep our cars clean, it's going to be a good side-by-side racing.
Absolutely, and I'm going to be optimistic here for you, friend. You right now, you were sitting approximately about 7 points back from Josh Laston in the points championship. I can only imagine the boost you should get from this here taking the win. He did finish back in 8th, so I can only imagine you're going to be close, if not take that spot from him.
I think I will take that spot from him.
And do you think you have anything for Sean Carmody at the end of this? He finished 7th, and he was, I don't do math in public, 27 points ahead of you.
Well, I should be about, that'll probably put me about 15 points behind him. So it's possible, but I wouldn't hold my breath against it. He's been strong all season.
Well, you can look at like what Josh or happened to Carl tonight. A little bit of bad luck can really change things up.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, man, congratulations again on the win. Good luck to you at USA International Speedway, man. Hopefully we get to talk to you again.
Yeah, I hope so. Had fun. Hope you guys had a great broadcast up there tonight. Thanks for broadcasting.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming on, jumping into the booth with us, and congratulations again.
Yeah, congrats, Tim. Good racing there, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. Well, let's pull in our second place driver, and I'm going to pronounce his name. What is he holding in that? Ronzoni? That's funny. Hey, Blake, it's Larry and Andrew in the booth, man. You got a copy? Blake Pasta.
Hey.
There he
You guys
is.
hear me? Hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
Hey, man,
How's it going?
strong run for you there tonight, man. Congratulations on the second. Secondly, your picture's cracking me up with the pasta in the picture.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's there.
Nice. Awesome. I figured you guys got a good chuckle, so I did it.
I gotta know, man, how do you pronounce your last name again?
My last name's Ichari.
Ichari.
Yep.
Okay, I'll try to remember that.
That's it. It's hard, so. They screwed that one up often at the school.
I can only imagine, man. But again, strong run from you here tonight. How do you feel you did with this race? I mean, you looked strong early, kind of have a little bit fall off, but ultimately had a really strong finish.
Yeah, I felt good pretty much the whole race. I actually was gaining on the two front runners, where it was Josh and Carl. And then once I got to Carl, he almost hit the wall, kind of like choked me, took my momentum like right out of the race. So then I got passed by Timmy and Nick Adams, and then it was kind of like a dogfight from there. Those guys are going at it. I was kind of sitting back. I was taking some of my teammates' advice there from Endeavor, and He's like, stay on that high line and you should be fine. And I think it actually worked out in my favor where my tires are pretty good towards the end. I was actually gaining on Tim St. Jean a little by little with the last like closing laps there. And I made a few mistakes getting in a little too high. It just gave the wall a little bump there.
There's nothing wrong with the Darlington stripe at Atlanta.
I like my racing stripes on the side, right?
Hey, fair enough.
Better there than your underwear.
Right.
You mean to tell me those don't come hand in hand?
No, I think I got a few of those tonight too from your friend Nick.
Hey.
We touched a few times. It was a little closer than I like it today.
But hey, man, it was an absolutely strong run. How do you feel going into season 3? Preparing for season 3, I should say.
I am. I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm really excited. I'm even in the truck series with the Sportsman. Gaining a little bit of traction there, doing a little better. So it's all in good fun. But I like to, see that I'm progressing. So it's just makes it more fun, the competitiveness. So it's a bummer for Josh there, though, man. I was pretty bummed to see him go out. It was really his race, and it sucks when a guy goes out like that. You're not beating him straight up. So kind of second was gifted to me, I guess you could say, tonight.
Yeah, you definitely get that in racing there. But I said early in the broadcast here, Blake, I really noticed a lot of improvement in you, and keep it up, man. You're doing really well.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And, you guys are always doing a great job, as I always say, and, keep up the good job.
We appreciate it, man. And it was awesome to have you out there, man. And congratulations again on that second place finish.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Have a great night.
You do. Good job.
Thanks.
Well, I normally don't do it, but we're going to bring in Chris Oliver because he had a amazingly strong run. So let's bring in Chris Oliver, and hopefully he's got his headset on.
Right on.
Hey, Chris, it's Larry and Andrew in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Looks like he got himself muted there.
Hey, guys.
Hey, there he is,
Hey,
man.
Larry.
Hey, I had to bring you in, man. It's been a while since we've seen you up front there. You had a really strong run, man. How do you feel with third place?
I feel like Cal Naughton Jr. from Talladega Nights, where he yells out, "I've been waiting a long time for y'all to call my name." The whole week. So I feel like I get pretty good runs, and then something out of my control kind of happens, with Charlotte. And then I ran pretty good at a couple of the tracks, and then I did mess myself up at Bristol. But luck falls, both ways, I guess. But it's a pretty good race all the way around. I mean, we had one caution?
Yeah, man. One caution fairly early, too, and then a lot of green flag racing. You looked absolutely strong there, man. We definitely called you out there, seeing you making some good moves and running strong there. And then it just seemed like your tires went away on you.
Yeah. So the first run, I kind of ran highline the whole time. And in practice and stuff and everything, I seemed to have pretty good tire wear. I wouldn't turn the wheel quite as much and kind of let the car roll a little bit. And Josh was class of the field no matter what. I mean, this was his race. So, as I knew I was anybody that finished third behind Carl and Josh, I figured we were pretty good. But by lap, I guess middle of the run, it wasn't even close to what it was. It was so tight. It was riding up the track really bad. So I was fighting it. So after we got tires, I was like, you know what? Let me change my line a little bit and ease back into the throttle, and that seemed to help a little bit towards the end of the run. Then I messed it up coming out of the pits, kind of screwed me up, but I was able to gather it back up. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. In fact, I at least get a third.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a strong run from you, and we hope to see some more of these. Hopefully this third will bring out some more strong runs from you. You can build off of it heading to the last race of the season and heading into next season.
Oh, yeah. Little confidence booster. This car kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. I thought that I had it under control from Charlotte, and I was like, oh, it was just a fluke. And then I could not put really quick, fast runs together. I would get faster over time. And the way our league is kind of set up, you can't do that. You got to be fast right out of the jump and try to get your way out of certain situations. And I just, I'm getting there, and I feel like, a little bit more practice and a little bit of tutelage from Josh and Hanner and some of the rest of my teammates, Carl and them. I'll be ready for next season. So.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations again on the third, man. We hope to catch you again, man, especially, next week and hopefully more next season.
All right, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the race. We'll see y'all next week.
Right on. Good job, Chris.
All right, thank you.
Wow, real quick, let's go ahead. Let's show the results from tonight's races. I knew they were going to do that because, wow, I messed it up. Tim St. Jean, your winner, followed by Blake Ichari. I think I pronounced that right. Chris Oliver in,
right.
Yeah, right. I'm excited right now. Chris Oliver in third. Fourth, John Gordon. In fifth, Justin Edwards. Sixth, Tom Stevens. Seventh, Sean Carmody. In eighth, Josh Laston. Philip Manzo in ninth, and Nick Adams in 10th.
Yeah, then we got David Wright in 11th, Mike Wenzeski in 12th, Gene Watkinson in 13th, 14th, Carl Henderson, 15th, David Desperos.
And that's going to wrap it up here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hey, what a fun race. Andrew, I have to say, man, it was awesome having you up here. And I really hope we can get you on some future broadcasts, man.
Right on, Larry. Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, I had fun doing it. And great racing by the TNT boys tonight. They're a really nice show.
Absolutely. Catch tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be on the podcast. Don't know who the guests are yet. Haven't figured out the guest list. I dropped the ball on that one this week. But we will be live tomorrow night, and hopefully all the issues that I've had with getting stuff onto Spotify should be solved now. So we shouldn't see any delay on the Spotify post. And then Tuesday night, we have the IVRL. They will be back. Wednesday night, you guys will be taken back to the track in the trucks. And then we do it all again next Thursday as we wrap up Season 2 of the TNT series.
I may be tired, Larry, but did you just miss Sunday?
Did I? You know what? I did. See? I did. And I feel bad that I missed Sunday because Sunday's race is at a new track that nobody's run yet. Well, I can't say nobody. Some guys have taken some laps, but Nashville Super Speedway, man, how do you feel about that one?
I have no idea. I haven't even downloaded the track yet, so we'll find out Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Practice kicks off. Actually, practice has already kicked off tonight. So they got about 2 hours left of practice for the Cup. Guys going to Nashville Super Speedway on Sunday. We really look forward to that one, man. And Andrew, we hope that you have another strong run, man, because you had a strong run in the trucks last night.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run there. I burned them up at the end there, trying too hard to fight on the outside, but oh well, take what we get.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that being said, from just a great race by the TNT series. Again, catch it Friday night here live. Ghost Fire Media Sunday. Thank you for correcting me on that, Andrew. Nobody else would have caught that. I don't think
Played the laptop.
Every time. I've got to. And then Tuesday, IVRL, Wednesday, trucks, and then we do it again on Thursday as we wrap up Season 2 of the TNT. Hey, what a fun race here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. From everybody here at Ghost Fire Media, we hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Catch us tomorrow night again. Thank you again, Andrew, for joining us here tonight, and we hope everybody has a wonderful evening.